Oh, look at all them guys. I reckon they're ready for a fly or a feed, or both. We'll find out shortly. We do have a nice little bit of breeze today. It is about 31 degrees, quite hot and humid really. Still a long shot from where it's going to be probably in about 3 or 4 weeks, because we'll be up around that 38 to 43 degrees most days. And I'm going to check in on our little kittle baby. It's not responding as well as what I thought. I don't think it's eating as much. I haven't noticed it eating much at all. So what I've been doing is I've got antibiotics that I've been putting in with a syringe, and then I'm still on that 4-in-1 tablet, which covers pretty much all the main things that could be wrong with it. So we'll see over the next couple of days how it goes. It's Friday now, so we'll see over Saturday, Sunday, because everything pretty much shuts up anyway. So give it a little bit of time. I may have to, if it's not eating, I might just get some wheat bix, and I just put that in a syringe and put it down into its belly. I've done it before, works reasonably well for birds sometimes when they're a little bit funny, just to give them that little boost of energy. But you know, if it wasn't for this one, we'd probably just put it down. But I just want to give this little guy a chance, because we've had very little luck with our best kittles. We've only got one that's actually healthy, so it's a bit disappointing. I've not had any other unhealthy babies, which is quite strange. So, you know, we're getting there slowly. We'll figure it out. But I feel like our best chance is probably to split that pair up anyway, and figure out another best course of action really for it anyway. Because, you know, I spent a little bit of money on that hen, and probably the most I've ever spent on a pigeon. So, yeah, we won't go into that, but we've got to try and give every little young bird out of them the best chances possible, because I don't really want to waste my money, and it doesn't really look like we're going to have a lot, or if not many babies out of that pair. So it is what it is, but we'll deal with it the best we can. I'd say that's the parents there. They're going to go down again. I've had no problems with 83 before from breeding. He's fathered quite a lot of youngsters last year, and still happily flying around. And that's actually 83's daughter here, and she's a beautiful little hen, and she's paired up with one of the Kruger cockbirds, so that's fantastic. That's actually 83's sister with a Kruger as well. So I'm hoping we can get these Krugers down, because I didn't pay very much for those ones at all. They were very, very cheap. I got looked after well with those ones, but when it comes to this little hen here, she was a little bit expensive. So I definitely want to try and, you know, get 1 or 2 healthy babies out that we can either try and fly or whatever, but we'll get there. And Apache, he's just trying to show off. He's always showing off, this fella. I'm hoping there'll be eggs soon. I'd say she's close to laying again, so they've got one more chance. And then I'll definitely split them up. I'd say that this hen will probably go with Apache next anyway. We're just going to do a few little experimental rounds now that we're pretty much close to the end. And 83, we may look at giving him another hen. We'll just see what we got, to be honest. I've got the Street Fighter hen and stuff like that, but kind of depends where we're sitting time-wise and stuff like that as well. So we'll get there. I would have liked couple more of your babies to race, but we will have grandchildren off you. Okay, so that's a positive. We're still going to get some of your line racing, which should be cool. You're looking really good now, buddy. Huh? Definitely my favorite pigeon, I'll tell you, out of my boys. Huh? Good job. So we'll cruise over and see how these ones are going. Pretty much they just paired up so easy. It was no problem at all. Normally Storm's a little bit fussy, but I think she kind of got sick of being with Leo for so long, and maybe that's why they just didn't really go down eggs too much this year. Maybe they just got bored of each other. Need a little bit of, you know, spice things up again with this young fella like Apache. He's got a bit of character too, so hopefully we'll get 2 eggs out of her and see how those little young turn out. We may race these ones. It just depends on how long, you know, depends how old they are. I don't want to push them too far, because like I said, it's starting to get hot. And even when you've seen the falcon attacking the other time a couple of days ago, that was our problem. We either had real a lot of hot days. We had 2 weeks of over 40 degrees last year, and you know how hard it is to get birds to fly in 30 degrees. So yeah, we had heat, falcons, and late breeds as well, so it kind of made life a little bit more difficult. You right there? You're a little bit crazy. I don't mind it. You're a little bit feral looking, but I don't mind it. It's growing on me slowly. You're only a very little hen too. She's very tiny. Even when she's in your hand, she's just like this little street pecker. I could probably call her Pecker or Pecky. Hey Pecky. Probably might work for her anyway, because she's I found some good news out about her too. I do a lot of research in the background, and her relatives, I don't know if I want to tell you just yet, but maybe I will. But I think she's going to be staying around for a while. She's another hen actually. I was thinking, oh, I really could pair her to 83, just because, you know, he has good, you know, he done pretty well for us last year. But this hen here is worth testing against him, because she's got some good lineage, and she's got some good relatives in the family too. So I thought, oh, maybe we could try and blend those two little ones together. But we'll see. It's all trial and error. That's what we're doing. We're just going to pick through these birds and see what we can produce. Especially, I'm trying to make a little one loft family on the side as well that do perform quite well in one lofts, because yeah, that's something that I definitely want to try. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to go away. Look at you covering your little eggs up. You're a good hen, aren't you? I'm still debating whether I've raced that hen again this year. I just don't know whether or not we just sit her aside and give her a break. If I am going to race her, I kind of want to stop laying kind of after this round, because otherwise I kind of want like 4 or 5 months to get the birds sorted before the season, because you know, obviously that, like I was talking about before, we've got the 2.5 to 3 of the hottest months of the year, and then we've got around about a month or so kind of to get the birds ready before the races, so it makes life a little bit difficult. So I'm thinking if we are going to race her, we do need to kind of shut her down a little bit early. So yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. Who's gone crazy over here? Oh, you're looking good, aren't you? Oh, you're just showing off. He's getting jealous too. 83 used to be a character. He's settled down a little bit now since he's older, because he used to always sit on my hands and everything wherever we were. That's a good sign. Keep going, you two. And then these two as well. She's looking good, this hen. This little thing here, she does not stop laying eggs. She is, like, out of all my hens that I've got, she is one hen that can lay as many eggs as she wants. It doesn't seem to worry her. But look at these little babies. They're like a little ball of muscle. These are actually probably going to be the best ones out of this pair just yet. What are you up to? You're up to no good. I'm going to keep my eye on you. But look at them. Like, it's really hard to sort of grasp, but these things are like very, very nice. I am, come back here. Let's just put this back here so I can tell everyone some news that we're thinking about it. Come on. You guys are a little bit crazy. So what I'm actually considering doing, I've actually got a website, but it's more of just a landing page at the moment, but I am in the process of sort of tweaking it a little bit. I am thinking about selling 1 or 2 birds here and there. So if I've got, like, say these, for example, you know, I could probably off-sell one of these babies, because these are both the mother and the father were paired up separately to different birds last year, and both of them produced clockbirds, lots of clockbirds. The mother was a special hen, that was her daughter, and then the other red checker cockbird has fathered a lot of clockbirds last year too, a lot of seconds and thirds and stuff like that. So that was pretty good. And the little special hen, she got second and third as well. So you know, things like that I might. And you're asking why. Okay, so my theory is I've got all this space over here on this other side, and you know, these have always been temporary lofts, so I'm thinking maybe here and there I'll sell off a couple of like really good birds, so like these type, probably not the main family I'm working on, but I've got all these really good ones like these that that realistically it's only going to be available to people in Australia, but I'm just probably going to fix price one, sell it here and there, and probably start building a kitty so I can build like a really, not a massive loft, but bigger than this one over here with more sections and full grating through the floor and everything. So it's just a bit of a thought at the moment, but it's kind of like the only way I can really sort of do a bit of fundraising. So basically I'd just be selling off a couple of these little young birds, you know, mix the pairs up a little bit and save all that money up and use that to build like a really good loft. And then, you know, that's kind of just reinvesting back into the channel and making more content with more that we got going on as well. So it's kind of, you know, it's really something I'm thinking about, because pigeons are pretty expensive. And then when I start pricing up new lofts, especially if I want to do full grading, we'll see how we go, but it's just a bit of an idea at the moment. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow because it's a weekend, so things are going to get a bit more exciting. Be able to fly some birds some more.